Well, hello everyone. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper, coming to you on a Friday evening. Rain or shine, it's stamping time. I'm in the Pacific Northwest here in the United States, and I am excited to show you tonight a faux sidestep card. It's very easy to make these, much easier than making them from just all the scoring. And I am using a new suite of products called the Nests of Winter. It's in the new September through December mini catalog. We were able, us demonstrators who signed up for Creativity Now Day back in June, were able to buy this, pre-purchase this set. So I've been using it for several different, for a couple of months now. But I still love it, and I'm about ready to have to buy some more of the Designer Series paper. So let's get started. The suite consists of the Designer Series paper, and I don't have enough to show you what they look like. It looks like right now, and unfortunately, I can't show you in the catalog either because the catalog is not live for customers. So part of the suite is this collection of Baker twine in copper clay, Night of Navy, and garden green. Another part of the suite, another embellishment, are these earth tone shimmer gems, and they just really shimmer. So I'll be using them tonight. I'm not going to use the twine. Included also in the suite is this birchwood embossing folder. It's big. It measures a full 8.5 inches long and by 6 inches. So you can emboss a whole half sheet of cardstock with this design. And I think I'll go do that. Just a minute, I'll be right back. This is a 3D, and it has this texture to it. I think you can see it easier once it's embossed, and that would be the back side. So anywho, this is not quite 6 inches wide, but it makes a nice card. This is the stamp set. And we'll be using this bird, and we're going to have Thinking of You Always. This is the die set. It comes with these branches that cut out, but don't cut, this edge does not cut. There's a bird to cut out, a die to cut out this bird, a die to cut out these, a die for this, and there is a die for that sprig, and it has a couple of extra evergreen branches, and then a bare branch and a branch with some leaves on it. For the label on this card, I've already done it, but I used this die, and this is from the Unbounded Love dies. Okay, so you can see how it's a side step. It folds up like that, fits inside a regular medium envelope, and you can write on the back. Okay, so let's get started on the card. Start with a 8.5 by 5 1/4 by 5 1/2, And this is garden green. And I'm going to score it at 3 inches. I better slide this in for a minute. Whoop. Let's get the cutting blade out of the way. At 3 inches, 6 inches, and 7 1/4. Then we have another piece that is 8 1/2 by 3, and we score this at 4 1/4. That's all there is to the scoring. Okay, so this first fold at the 3-inch mark is a mountain fold, like that. The one at the 6-inch mark is a valley fold. And then at the 7 1/4 mark is another mountain fold. So you get this kind of a shape. And this one is just folded in half. Okay, so some designer series paper. This, we have one piece that is 5 1/4 by 1 inch. And that goes here. When you're cutting this, be careful the direction that you, let's get this even, the direction that you cut it, because you wouldn't want your pussy willows to be going sideways, I don't think. And this one is 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. And it goes on this section. But it doesn't really show this is the way it's going to stand. Okay, for this piece, oh, now I'm missing a piece of designer series paper. Where did it go? Got legs, walked away. This is, again, this is 4 by 2 3/4. And then on the back side, I'm going to put my square of basic white that's the same size, 4 2 3/4. This gives you a place to sign the back of your card. Okay, and then to put it together, it's going to fit like this. And you can put it in the middle if you want. You can put it on this side if you felt so inclined. I'm going to put it over here on this side. And I'm going to put adhesive here and here. And then make sure that this piece is flush with the edge of the card. So it's like that. And then on the back, I'll put some up here and some down here. You could put it here and here, but this way you know exactly where to put it. And there we have our basic card. Okay, so for the focal point, I chose these two birds, and I'm going to color them. I stamped it with Pebbled Path because it's not quite as strong a color as basic black, and I like this more the softer color. And the berries are going to be real red. This should be dark real red. Nope, that's light real red. I want the berries to be dark. Gotta find my dark red. There we go. I love using blends rather than the Stampin' Right markers because you can see through. They are more translucent and you can see the design in behind. I'm not very good at coloring because I'm one of these, let's just get it done. You can do all kinds of things with highlighting and stuff like that. But I like just getting the color down. There is a Facebook group that actually you can take lessons on it, on coloring with blends. And I keep meaning to do that, but because I work half time, I don't have a lot of extra time to play around with my stamping. So like I said, the new catalog's coming out. I'm going to be placing a pre-order. Haven't decided quite what I want to get yet, other than I know I like this. This suite of product. I haven't decided what else though. Okay, so now for the branch, I'm going to use dark copper clay. I'm going to use the nub. I really like this color. Haven't used it too much, but I love it. This and the pecan pie are my favorite browns right now. Thing about the blends is you can just add just a little bit of color like that. It soaks through just slightly, unless you put a lot of color on. So it's good to have your surface protected. And then I want to have cardinals. I don't live out here in the Pacific Northwest. We do not have cardinals, and I miss seeing them. So I'm going to enjoy coloring this. Oh, is this the dark? Yeah, this is the dark. I want to use the light for the cardinal, not the dark. That tip was just a little bit fuzzy, and I thought, oh. This shows you good contrast between the light and the dark. When I lived in St. Louis as a kid, we had cardinals. Okay, so now there's a little bit. I went online to see the coloring of cardinals to make sure I got it somewhat right. And they had many of them had just a little bit of a brownish toned in spots. So add that. And one of the things that fascinates me about them is they're black around their beak. So we'll add some black over the top here. Comes down under the beak, kind of as a mask. Kind of like that. We'll color the female's eye while I'm at it. Now the females are not red. I don't know why. They should be red. They should be the fancy ones. So I'm going to use dark crumb cake, and then a little bit of the copper clay for depth. I'm going to use light copper clay. And then all that's left are their beaks, which I will use dark pumpkin pie. And there, that's all there is to it. I'm going to go real quick and cut it out with my die cutting machine. And this die, be right back. And there we have them. I thought I had it positioned perfectly, but there's still a little wide border around the bottom there, but that's okay. I meant it to be that right? Okay, so I'm going to use some large Stampin' or pieces of Stampin' Dimensional. To pop them up. I really need a full circle. For down here on these berries. Somebody suggested that you color with a marker the backs of these, and that way you can tell by just looking at them if you have taken the paper backing off, which I think is a great idea. Okay, then I have someplace here, I have, okay, a label. A label. I really do have a label here. Go front and center. Well, I'll be. I had it all prepared. I guess I'll have to stamp it right now. Let me get a piece of cardstock. Here's the scrap, and I used copper clay ink for the greetings, so we'll do that. Thinking of you always. Okay. I don't have the label on quite straight, but that should be okay. Now we're going to go cut it out with this one. I'll be right back. So this label pretty much fills up the whole thing, and I decided I wanted to have it a little bit shorter, so I cut with this end close to the thing. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to cut again. I'm going to position it like this, and that will shorten my label. You don't even have to go very far into it, just enough to cut the end of it off. And we'll put some Stampin' Dimensionals on it. I like to use every bit of the material if possible. Position that like that, and let's add over in here 3 of the garden green earth tone shimmer gems. One more. Need to have the rule of 3. Or 3, 5, 7, always an odd number 1. Okay, so there you have this easy faux side step card, and it's the Nests of Nature bundle that I used. So thank you for watching. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. And my email, if you have any questions, is sue@soggystamper.com. My blog is www.soggystamper.com. I'll try to get this card up on the blog tonight. If you need any products, you can go to my blog, and across the top there is a Shop Now button, or you can go to creationsbysue.stampinup.net, blah, blah, blah. If you live here in the United States and don't already have a customer, a demonstrator, I would love to send you a free copy of the new catalog that's coming out. So email me with your name, your snail address, and your telephone number, and I'd be happy to send you one. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back next Friday night at 7 o'clock with another fabulous Friday Facebook Live. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.